All right, we are here at my tiny worm bin, and this will be the 9th feeding. It's been about 65 days since this was started at a vermicomposting class. And something I noticed in between feeding was that the top of the cardboard got a little dry, and so I added some water. But I'm really happy to see a worm right off the bat, because this thing was started with about 50 to 100 worms, and at the beginning it was just real hard to find them. But now, hopefully you'll be able to see, there's quite a bit in there. So probably either finding more of them, or they're getting fatter, or perhaps they've reproduced. Not quite enough time for that unless I got some cocoons. But what I'm going to do is kind of dig through the bottom here and make sure it's not pooling. And I'm seeing all kinds of all different shapes and sizes, so that's good. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but we're just going to mix it up real well. And you've probably noticed that there is just a lot of castings. Here's another worm there. But yeah, there was a lot of castings in here. A lot of this paper material, or I'm sorry, cardboard material has been consumed. And like I said, 65 days, that's pretty good. I would say that this worm bin is going to make it. I'm always skeptical when I start something this small with that few amount of worms, whether or not I can keep the parameters the way they need to be. But that seems to be the case here. Here's part of a strawberry top that hasn't quite been digested. But I'm not seeing too much of the feeding, you know, just like that strawberry top and some of the non-fleshy parts. So, and you know, here again, this is why I don't like the office paper. It just gets matted and doesn't get consumed, from what I've been able to tell, as fast as that cardboard does. So this is what we started with in the class, so I couldn't really get rid of all of it, but I will only add cardboard to it. But we are definitely seeing, hopefully as I'm going through you can see, but we're still seeing lots of worms in every, not lots, but I'm finding worms in every handful, I should say. Lots is a relative term, but I'd still guesstimate around 100 worms in here just based on what I've found. So if you have any guesstimations, feel free to let me know. But let's go ahead and give this thing a feeding, and we'll add some of the cardboard as usual. Never too much bedding, especially early on. And then as you see them make more and more castings, depending on when you need them, go ahead and put more of your bedding in. All right, so this is just some lettuce and some raspberries, strawberries, that kind of thing. Just gonna kind of give them a variety. Here's some blueberries. We'll see how they go with that. And that's probably good enough. A little bit more lettuce for them. Again, I'm skeptical on how many are in here, so I don't want to overfeed. So that'll be a good enough feeding for them. And then we'll add, of course, some of the coffee, and then the grit, which is pulverized eggshells. And we'll call this a feeding. I'm going to cover it up, and then we'll add a little bit more bedding on top. And these worms should be doing good for this next week. Really impressed with this feeding, how they've done. And I didn't touch it. I didn't go through and mix it up. I just added some water when it felt a little bit drier on top. But I think that is going to be a good feeding. Just add some of this. And I have to control the moisture a little bit better because of all the holes that are, the big holes that are in here with the screen mesh. So hope everybody has a wonderful day and is doing well with their vermicompost bins, worm bins, and hope you all enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care.